Hi guys, we're going to be talking about the order of operations today. So we're going to talk about how we solve numerical expressions. So just like when you follow a recipe, there's a certain order in math that you have to solve different equations in. So let's look at our three scenarios, A, B, and C. Based on your prior knowledge, I want to see if you can tell me which way is the correct way to solve the math problem and why. You can notice, although the numbers are the same, the answers are very different. So which is the correct way and why? So pause the video and see if you can figure out which way is the correct way to solve the problem. All right, so oops. So scenario C is the correct way because it uses the order of operations. I'll try to move my head a little bit. Sorry, guys. So the order of operations sets that we do parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, and then addition or subtraction. So a lot of times you'll see PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, when we talk about order of operations. So let's talk about some vocab really quickly. I'm going to just show the screen so that you don't see my head in the way. So a numerical expression is an expression consisting of numbers and operations. For example, 3 plus 15 divided by 5 is an example of a numerical expression. The order of operations is a set of rules for evaluating an expression involving more than one operation. So, how do we solve numerical expressions using the order of operations? Well, one, you perform operations with grouping symbols. So usually in 5th grade it's parentheses, but you might also see parentheses, brackets, or braces. Then we evaluate our exponents. Then we multiply and divide in order from left to right. And then we add and subtract in order from left to right. So grouping symbols, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. So you have PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So let's look at some examples of expressions to see how we would actually simplify them. So if we think about PEMDAS, the first thing is our parentheses or our grouping symbols. So with 3 plus 15 divided by 5, we don't have those. So the first thing we solve is 15 divided by 5, which gives us 3. Next, we solve 3 plus 3, which gives us 6. And that's our answer. Let's look at another problem. 14 minus 6 divided by 2 plus 12. So our first thing is we look for grouping symbols. Well, we don't have those. So then we would look for exponents. Well, we don't have exponents either. So next we do multiplication and division, and you do whichever one you have first. So what we have first is 6 divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is going to give us what? That's right, it gives us 3. So next we do addition and subtraction. Well, I always rewrite the problem for each step. So I usually write the problem out myself. So you would have 14 minus 3 plus 12. So that's our new problem. So we start again. Our next thing is addition or subtraction. Well, subtraction comes first. So the first thing we do is we subtract 14 minus 3. Hey guys, what's 14 minus 3? Get ready. Right, 11. So then we recopy the problem over again, and it kind of goes down like a tree. So our new problem is 11 plus 12. So guys, what's 11 plus 12? Get ready. Right, is 23. All right, let's do one more together. So now we have 28 minus 21 divided by 3 times 4 plus 5. So no parentheses, no exponents. So we start with our multiplication and division. Well, we have division first. So the first problem we work is 21 divided by 3. So 21 divided by 3, friends, is 7. All right, guys, so what do I do next? Right, I copy the problem down with 7 in the place of where 21 divided by 3 was. So our new problem now is 28 minus 7 times 4 plus 5. So again, looking at our order of operations, next we solve our multiplication problem, which is 7 times 4. So 7 times 4 is what? Good job, guys. It's 28. So now we have 28, and we recopy our problem. So we have 28 minus 28 plus 5. So now we have to solve the first thing we see, which is a subtraction problem. 28 minus 28, guys. What's 28 minus 28? Good job, it's 0. And so we copy our problem over 0 plus 5, and our answer is, good job, it's 5. Okay, let's do a few more together. I'll try to move myself around a little. So now we're going to do what we do when we have parentheses. So what you do is you evaluate the expression inside your grouping symbols first. So the first thing we do, even though we have a division sign here, is we're going to work 9 minus 4 because it's inside our parentheses. So 9 minus 4 is what, guys? Get ready. Right, 5. Good job. So then we rewrite our problem. So we rewrite 35 divided by 5. And 35 divided by 5 is what, guys? Get ready. Good job. It's 7. Right, let's look at another problem. 42 minus 3 times 4 in parentheses divided by 6. So the first thing we work is 3 times 4. So guys, 3 times 4 is what? Get ready. Good job. It is 12. So next, we do what? Right, we recopy the problem. So 42 minus 12 divided by 6. So according to our order of operations, the next thing we do is we work our division problem, 12 divided by 6. Guys, 12 divided by 6 is what? Get ready. Awesome job, it is 2. So we solve the problem for 42 minus 2. And our answer is 40. All right, guys, so next we're going to do 24 minus 4 times 5 in parentheses divided by 4. So the first thing we work is 4 times 5. Guys, 4 times 5 is what? Good job, it's 20. So then what do we do next? We recopy the, good, we recopy the problem. The next thing we solve is what? Say the problem we work next, guys. Get ready. Good job. 20 divided by 4. What is 20 divided by 4? Awesome. It is 5. So what do we do next, guys? Awesome. We recopy the problem. So our new problem is 24 minus 5. Friends, what's 24 minus 5? Get ready. Good job. 19 is correct. So sometimes you'll see the order of operations written as standard algorithms, so written in number form, and sometimes you'll have to do it in number form. So Denzel paid a basic fee of $35 per month plus $2 for each phone call beyond his basic plan. Simplify the expression 35 plus 8 times 2 to find out how much Denzel paid for a month with 8 calls beyond his plan. So if we're going to write the problem, what's the first problem we work? Get ready. Good. 8 times 2. What's 8 times 2, friends? Think. Good job. 16. And then we do what? Good job. Rewrite the problem. And our problem is 35 plus 16, guys. Go ahead and write 35 plus 16 on a piece of paper and work that out. And come back when you're ready to check your work. All right, friends, let's check your work. For 35 plus 16, what answer did you have? Good job. 51 is correct. So he paid $51 because he had 8 calls beyond the basic plan. Okay, let's look at another problem. Penny brought 2 bananas at 30 cents each and 3 carrots at 10 cents each. Simplify the expression 20 times 30 plus 3 times 10 to find out the total cost. So let's go through this one because it's a little bit different. So the first thing we work is 20 times 30. So guys, 20 times 30 is what? Get ready. Good job. 60 is correct. And 3 times 10 is what? Get ready. Good job. 30 is correct. So 60 plus 30 is, good job, 90. So Penny paid a total cost of 90 cents. So one of the things that you guys are going to see is different ways that we show multiplication. So you know that we can show multiplication with parentheses. We can also show multiplication with an asterisk, a dot, or with one set of parentheses or 2 set of parentheses. So if you see that, it just means that you're multiplying. On your piece of paper, I want you to go ahead and work problem 1, pause the video, and come back when you're ready to check your work. All right, guys, let's check your work. So the first problem you solved was what? Good job, 7 plus 2. So 7 plus 2 is what? 9. Oops. Seven plus 2 is 9. Good job. So then you had to work the problem you rewrote the problem. You had 45 minus 3 times 9. And then you had to solve for multiplication. And 3 times 9 is what, friends? Get ready. Good, 27. So then you solve for 45 minus 27. So 45 minus 27 is 18. And that should be your answer. So for the next problem, go ahead and pause the video and work problem number 2. All right, guys, let's check your work. So you solved the problem for 2 times 4, which is 8. And 8 divided by 4, and your answer should have been 2. So guys, this is your lesson quiz, and you are going to pause the video and you're going to work problems 1, 2, and 3 on notebook paper, and then you are going to come back and complete a couple more problems. All right, guys, so after you've worked 1, 2, and 3, go ahead and write the problem for number 4. Make sure you do the answer with a unit name. So pause the video and work problem 4. All right, guys, so where do the parentheses have to be placed for this equation to be true? So in order for 7 plus 8 times 3, where do the parentheses have to be placed to equal 45? I'm sorry. Where do the parentheses have to be placed in order for it to be true? So go ahead and pause the video and work it out and come back so we can talk about it. So guys, in order for the video to be true, you had to place your parentheses around 7 plus 8. So 15 times 3 is 45. So if you had placed your parentheses around 8 times 3, you would have worked 8 times 3 first, gotten 24, and 24 plus 7 is 31. So not quite 45. So just as a reminder, always work your problem from the inside out. Make sure you only use brackets if parentheses are present. Braces are only used if brackets and parentheses are present. All right, so make sure you work your problems from the inside out. Your brackets are only going to be used if parentheses are present, and braces are only going to be used if brackets and parentheses are present. So let's look at our grouping symbols. Those are your parentheses. These are your brackets. These are your braces. So let's look at some problems, and you'll see these rarely, but a lot of times with our NC check-ins, we see these a lot. Our order of operations with 2 sets of grouping symbols. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that we are evaluating the innermost set of grouping symbols. Oops. All right, so first we're going to simplify the expression. So we have our parentheses inside of our brackets. So the first thing we do is we solve for 8 plus 2. Guys, 8 plus 2 is what? That's right, it's 10. So the next thing we do is what? Right, we recopy the problem. So now our new problem is 100 divided by 10 times 2. So the next thing we do is we solve our multiplication problem. So 10 times 2 is what, friends? Get ready. That's right, 20. So we rewrite our problem, 100 divided by 20. And 100 divided by 20 is what, friends? That's right, it's 5. All right, last problem. So I want you guys to pause the video and do this problem on your own and come back and we will go through it together. All right, guys. So the first thing you worked was 19 minus 14, and you got what answer? Good, 5. The next problem you worked was 6 plus 5, and you got what answer? Good job, 11. The last problem you worked was 12 minus 11, and you got what answer, friends? Good job, 1. All right, guys, so that actually completes the lesson for this week. You have 2 sheets to do, 2 sheets to do where you're practicing using the order of operations, where you are identifying which symbols are brackets and which ones are parentheses. So you're identifying your grouping symbols. So remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And guys, have a great week.